The February rain had turned George Cukor's Dooney Drive garden dark and still. The dinger plates were gone. It was the winter of 1964. Gregory Peck stood near the fireplace holding burgundy he had not touched in 20 minutes. Wait. Because what happened in the next 40 minutes would not make the papers. But 3 people in that house would leave carrying something none of them expected. A woman who had won 3 Academy Awards. A woman finishing the hardest role of her life. And a man still carrying Atticus Finch inside him. The moment that mattered most would last less than 10 seconds. Katharine Hepburn arrived the way she always arrived, without deference, with the certainty of someone who considered punctuality a form of arrogance. She moved through the room as though she were the only person in it who understood why rooms existed. Audrey Hepburn had arrived earlier, quieter. She had been in production on My Fair Lady for nearly a year, and it showed beneath her eyes. Gregory watched her and noticed her shoulders sat slightly inward as though bracing. Have you ever been in a room where 2 extraordinary forces have not yet acknowledged each other? Then someone mentioned My Fair Lady. Katharine looked at Audrey with the expression of a verdict reached before the evidence was examined. It was Julie Andrews' role, she said, not unkindly. That was what made it surgical. Everyone knows it. The stage belonged to her completely. The silence that means nobody is breathing. Audrey sat very still. But Gregory saw her hands flat on the table, the stillness of a woman absorbing a blow she had been half expecting. What would you do if you watched someone you respected use precision as a weapon? He did not move immediately. Gregory Peck never moved immediately. He set his glass on a mantel, turned, and walked with the purpose of a man who had already decided. 6 feet 3 inches of measured California on hurry. He looked at Katharine, not at Audrey. A way he looked at witnesses and to kill a mockingbird interested in arriving at the truth. I think, Gregory said in the voice that dropped lower when it mattered most, that what Audrey has done with Eliza Doolittle may be the most difficult thing this industry has asked of any actress in a decade. That she has done it at all is the story, not who owned it before. The table was very quiet. Something in his delivery, the quality of attention, the absence of performance gave her pause. The theater preserves certain loyalty. She said, yes, Gregory said, and so does this room. Have you ever watched the moment when someone formidable decides without announcing it to change direction? Something passed across Katharine's face, a reassessment. Eliza is a hard woman to survive, she said, speaking to Audrey now. They sent me the script. Once I told them I couldn't do it, I may have been right. Audrey looked at her then quietly. I'm not sure I can eat her every morning on that set, I'm not sure. The laugh from Katharine was sudden and genuine. That means you're doing it correctly. Gregory picked up his burgundy and finally drank it later. Katharine stopped beside him near the hallway. You didn't let me finish being wrong. Not an accusation. I hate that I love you, Peck. And she walked out into the ring. Cukor appeared. What did she say? Gregory considered something true. He said he found Audrey near the door. Thank you, she said. Gregory shook his head. She wasn't wrong about everything. The theater doesn't have a monopoly on what's real. Audrey looked at him. You're still the only person in this industry I completely believe. Do you remember when the most important conversations happened at a room, not on a stage? My Fair Lady was released that October and won 8 Academy Awards. Audrey Hepburn was not nominated for Best Actress. Gregory said. Nothing publicly he had learned. Long before Atticus Finch. The principle was not the speech, but small decisions made in rooms no one was recording. Katharine was asked about the film months later. It's Audrey Hepburn's film. She earned it. No one thought to ask what had changed her mind. Gregory Peck, died in June of 2003. Among his papers was a letter from Audrey. You always see me correctly. This is what Hollywood used to mean. Not the awards, but the moments between them, when extraordinary people extended something the industry never recorded. Generosity without an audience, principle without a headline. If you remember when movie stars tried to get things right when no one was watching, this channel is for you. Subscribe to keep this era alive. Tell us, what Gregory Peck film taught you how to treat people? Every voice deserves to be heard.